Now, this video is part 2. Remember, you've been watching my video on 2015 that I'm inviting a real end buyer to come to Ghana to secure gold. I know you have been frustrated. I know you've been dealing with broker, and broker doesn't understand the complexity of the gold. When you rely on broker, when he see the gold on the ground, we have a complex of interest. The broker doesn't help you. The broker is thinking about how much money he gonna get the profit out of you. Now, Wilhelmina is the seller's mandate. I am here to tell the world that I've been to Ghana. I am here to tell that the real seller is the one who is going to supply you, because the seller has an export license. You've been dealing with a small fake seller on the ground. They are agent to the seller. Now the seller come to me because he's also sick and tired dealing with fake buyers. Buyers and sellers have a problem, etc. But that's life. Now, since I released this, the first video, I had the interest. This is a reservation of the buyer. I have 2 interested buyers to come to secure proper gold supply. Now, on the letter of intent, the buyer has stated, attention to Wilhelmina, that dear Mrs. Ford, I hereby send you the letter of my intention to secure the products, which is gold. I'm looking for 92% and the carat is 22, meaning to say the buyer is going to make a jewelry, gold coins, and so forth. Perfect. Then number 2, he stated that I will try to have a trial shipment to feel comfortable. This is the letter of intent. He's stating on letter. Then the second shipment, I would like your seller to supply 100 kilos every month. Perfect. Then he stated which refinery in Dubai. Refinery is Emirates. Okay, so I know that the gold will be final assay at the Emirates. This buyer, he is a gold trader. He's going to sell to the Emirates. That's normal. That's business. So you are buying gold to my seller with discount. You sell it to Emirates 3%. It is your business, not our business. Our business is you secure gold from us. You pay. You secure. You make your commitment. You have to pay cash on if you're small. If you secure small quantity, you pay cash. On the second shipment, you pay the percentage, the total sale value, the down payment. We call that down payment. Now you already build the credibility of the buyer because you're already there. You're gonna be there in Accra on 2015. Now my seller, when you send you the letter of intent, I know which seller I'm going to put you. Then we will reply you with the seller, particular seller, company letterhead, and the contract. Because you already stated that how many kilos, a trial, where the gold to be shipped, and you will be invited. The gold will not bring to you. You will come to see, to test the gold. Now to test the gold, you need the particular seller has a refinery. Now I have my own Facebook. I don't know why you don't comprehend. I don't know. I was born in Asia, but I comprehend. Very simple. No other broker will explain to you very thoroughly. Now, on my Facebook, you can see all the necessary explanation. Before you're going to receive is IPSI or very detailed. This is very, very comprehensive. I'm going to enumerate. Okay, the carat is 22. It says on my letter of intent, the buyer is stated he's looking to buy 22 carats and 92 purity. That's perfect because the gold is more than 92 carats when the gold will be assay, initial assay. Now, it says here you can see on my Facebook, the title is Come and join 2015 on my personal gold tour, meet the seller. If you are really paying attention, you will see it. Can you see it? I print it out so that you will see. This is more than FCO. This is the procedure that you're gonna get. I stated which refinery that the sellers is preference. Now in Ghana, there are more than 14 refineries. I'm gonna enumerate again. PMMC, AM Mineral, Asankas, Triple Eight, Sovereign, Geological is a government laboratory, ASAP, BASAP, Bar Purity, Italtech, ER Logistic, WRL. Now on my Facebook, I put all the address of the refinery that you are going to taste the gold, but preference seller. Why? Because there are so many. Why the seller feel comfortable with the preference refinery? EI Logistic are good. I've been there. Italtech is good. WRL is good. Bar Purity is good. And Geological is good. Then you're gonna say, oh, I was being cheated. Bullshit. You are not being cheated. The gold will shrink. You're gonna say, oh, Wilhelmina, when the gold assay, it was been swapped. That's bullshit. I don't buy that because I was inside the refinery. You as the broker or the trader, you have no idea the chemical component of gold. You have no idea. I know because I asked Joseph. That's it to Joseph on AI Logistic when I was there last year. Joseph, is it true that when the gold will be say, and then some buyer said, oh, I was being cheated. Oh, well, I mean, that's bullshit. Gold has a chemical component, which is I know, but I pretend because I want to ask questions so that I could give it to you guys and explain it to you so that your brain will be, the weeds on your brain will be removed, because you believe on propaganda, bad propaganda. On LinkedIn, there's so many scammers. Yes, I was been scammed. I was being scammed by a broker. I've been scammed by a small trader. So I learned from those huge mistakes. But today, 2014, we no longer entertaining brokers on the ground. If you cannot follow our procedure, you will never get gold. I will give you an example. I have a gentleman here in Dubai. We exchanged information of my seller. He was extremely happy. He's been have a video conference with me, etc., etc. We send the contract, not knowing that he has a financial incapacitated. Well, it means to say a financial difficulty. And he sent someone there in Ghana. He has a broker in Ghana. This is true. I'm sharing it, but I'm not going to mention his name because he's gonna be embarrassed. Now, I given him the opportunity to connect my two seller. We exchange information. We send the contract, but he's very clever. He's just sucking in the information. That's fine. So he said to me, well, Mina, I have an agent in Accra. I said, okay. So I asked the number. I interviewed the agent. He said, I am a broker. I am working for that buyer. Okay. But I said to that gentleman in Accra, he's an American guy. And I told him, do you know, we already sent a contract to your buyer, and tell your buyer that he has to send a contract because the seller would not deal with you. First of all, you are not a buyer. Second, the seller wanted the proof of fund that how the buyer were going to pay and how that broker is going to pay to the cost of assay. To taste the gold, 1 bar is $50 per kilo. Okay? So he has so many rah. So then the buyer is still hesitant. I sent my dear friend to connect him, to meet him in Dubai. I'm not going to mention the name of the guy. He owned a refinery. Okay? And he delivered gold to Emirates. He would not deal with you guys if he wouldn't put money into his bank account first before he will bring the gold. But because that gentleman who owned the refinery in Accra, he's a good friend of mine. He's a very good friend and he's a very smart guy. He owned the refinery. So I said to my good friend, do me a favor. I want you to meet this gentleman that he said that he is a big corporation, it's a refinery. And they met each other. My seller, my friend said, you cannot just bring the gold without any payment because gold is cash, which is correct. So that was, I give the buyer an opportunity to meet, because people said, oh, I was been so many scammer. The scammer is you, because you want to cut corner. I was even a scam. That's what bad experience that I have. So now, in 2014, no more. So what I have said, that you as a buyer, you are scared because maybe you have less capital. That is the reason why I advise start a trial. Then when you're happy, then that is the time to increase gradually, because you are buying a solid cash. Bank to bank, you have to pay bank to bank. Now, you will see this comprehensive on my Facebook, even on LinkedIn. I put the title. You click it, you will read it, but you are lazy. People are lazy. So you need, when you are a buyer, if I am the buyer, I'm very, very attentive. I'll give you an example. A lady, she been scammed 350 in Guinea, Conakry. He met a lawyer. They were being impressed. They travel. She lost 350,000. That was a very big amount, and she was disappointed because there's so many scammers. It's correct. Buyers and sellers. Sellers the worst as well. Okay, I'm not siding my seller. There's also a seller scammer. There's also a seller good. My seller is good. So this lady is American, and she found her partner, business partner, found me, and he called me very early morning. Before he called me, he already read my Facebook, and he was impressed. No such broker provides this extensive information, pictures, information, and what necessary document you're gonna take, and then the picture, and then you saw me or that I was on the mine. So this partner was impressed, and he has tears in his eyes. Then his partner, a lady, a nice lady, and now she's now a good friend of mine. We communicate each other every day on video conference. So she feels comfortable with my seller because I connect her and her partner to my seller. So you build your credibility. Now before you secure, you're gonna be invited to come. There is no, I'm not asking you money, I'm not. I am here to help you guys to connect, because the seller has been scammed and you as the buyer been scammed before. So now I am trying to rectify this industry that you will not be frustrated again. Okay? Well, Amina was frustrated, you have been frustrated, my seller been frustrated. So that is a learning experience. So now I am inviting you, as I've said, if you are a diamond buyer, this is the diamond you're gonna see. See, this is the diamond you're gonna meet. You're gonna inspect in Ghana. This is diamond. Now in diamond, I have 3 sellers. So when you send a letter of intent, you need to specify. Well, Amina, I am a diamond buyer. I am going to travel to meet your seller. And then it is on my Facebook, the manifest is there. Well, how many carats, and etc., etc. You need to pay attention. Then you state that, then where you live, the letter of intent must be on your company letterhead, not a broker's letterhead. Must be, because I'm going to pick up the phone. Are you really a buyer? Now the letter of intent, this is a reservation. Address to Wilhelmina, attention. Then we will reply you. I will ask my seller, I will submit this to my seller that you have an intention to secure the diamond. Now this diamond, the diamond inspection would be inside the bank. Inside the bank. That is the reason why I'm very, very careful, because the seller is also scared. You never know you never know you are a hold upper. You never know. So the due diligence is very, very important. Okay? I will know who you are. Maybe you are thieves or you are a criminal or whatever. So that is the reason we are now in a global communication. Can you see that? This is the diamond. So the diamond is coming from Sierra Leone. It was brought into Ghana because Ghana is an ECOWAS member. Ghana is free of Ebola. So now I'm showing you. This is, you're gonna see this on my Facebook. Okay, all the pictures is original. Now this is the assay report. When you buy the gold, you're gonna be the gold will be assay. Now this assay report, this is 15 kilos. Okay, when you see the assay report, of course, after the assay report, that is the time you transfer the down payment, bank to bank. Then this, the seller will secure all the documentation. Now the price is tax inclusive. All right, you don't need to pay taxes. You pay your commitment. You pay your down payment of 30%. If you want 20 or 50, then you pay the down payment. But if you want 5 or 10 kilos, you pay cash bank to bank. Then ship it. Why? Why are you going to pay? Of course. Do you think the seller will give his product? You're buying gold. You're buying solid cash. Your paper money has no value without the gold solid cash. Now, when you make a down payment, after the result, your fund will be cleared 3 working days. After the clearance of 3 working days, that is the time the seller will secure the documentation like certificate of ownership, certificate of origin, certificate of movement, Bank of Ghana form, and custom clearance. You need to insure your gold. Do not take it for granted. Because you never know, during the shipment the gold will be stolen. You don't know because you are buying solid cash. So you need to ensure that. Okay? So there is an extra, it's up to you. You discuss this with my seller and on face. I'm just giving you the total comprehensive explanation. All right? So now when you receive the contract, you sign, because you already sent Wilhelmina an expression of interest to purchase. Then the seller will send you the arrival visa, the invitation that you are coming to see the particular seller. All right, this is the gold that you're going to buy. Okay, now if you are gold buyer, you state that I'm looking to buy gold. All right, and then this is Wilhelmina. See, you see Wilhelmina on the village. I went there. I make sure that all of the seller that I have is real. All of my seller is real. Now those buyer that are scared to come to the office, you are not a buyer then. Gold will not come to the hotel. Gold will not bring to the refinery unless you as the buyer to visit the seller's office. Seller has his own office. Why are you scared for? Those broker that on the ground a few minutes ago, he's been in Accra for 3 weeks. He couldn't find. He said, "Oh, there's so many scammers." No, the scammer is you do. The gold will not bring to you. The seller will not believe you. You never know. You might hold up the seller. So if you are relying on your broker, the broker has to come to the office. And you have to convince Wilhelmina because I am going to advise my seller. I am going to interview the broker. Yeah, the one broker that cannot even afford to pay his hotel bills and food. And he cannot even afford to take a taxi. And he asked me to bring the gold to AA Mineral. I beg your pardon. We have to have a contract first, cash contract. Fill in the buyer's information. Who is the buyer? How are you going to pay for it? I cannot allow my seller to bring to AA Mineral. Because I know AA Mineral. I know Mr. Ifap, he's the manager. Of course, we have to do the due diligence of your agent. And you need to make an authority that I am authorizing Mr. So-and-so. But if you just say, I have my agent on the ground, to me, reject. Wilhelmina will reject. Because this is not a joke business. This is worth $1 million. So therefore, I am just showing you that since I released the video, I have 2 inquiries. I'm only going to take 10 at a time. One buyer, one particular seller. Okay? so that it's easy for Wilhelmina to supervise. I am your tour guide on 2015. People says to me, people attack me on LinkedIn. Oh, those brokers have no idea what they're talking. They have no idea. Mhm. They are all crazy to me. I call them jokers. I call them gold prostitute. Why? Because they are in Accra Mall, sitting down on the internet, thinking that they can get gold. Mhm. Mhm. So this is the gold that you are going to see. Yeah, yeah, the gold. Mhm. The buyer is already securing gold to us. My seller has been in business for 17 years. All right. If you're scared, meaning to say you are going to leverage. You cannot just leverage without any capital. Mhm. We don't deal letter of credit, meaning to say to secure letter of credit, the bank will charge you 4%. Mhm. You don't have the money if you're asking SBLC. What for? Start a small trial to build the confidence, because the seller will not trust you and you don't trust the seller. I don't even trust you either. So I hope you understand. Now all of my information is on Facebook. Don't ask me send the procedure. The procedure is already on my Facebook plus video explanation. I will reject you if you don't follow. I would expect you as a real buyer to send Wilhelmina a letter of intention to secure. Just like this buyer, he sent this one. A minute that I released the video, he sent me a letter of intent for 2015. That is real. He's stating that he's hungry. You as the buyer as well, you're hungry of supply. Both buyers and sellers is hungry to sell. You're hungry to buy. My seller is hungry to sell. I'm also hungry to meet you. We're both hungry. We will feed you in order to become full. Because your buyer is hungry as well of your supply. You're a businessman. You're hungry. You're hungry to secure gold and diamond. We will feed you. My seller is hungry to sell to you, and you're hungry to sell, to buy to my seller. And Wilhelmina is also hungry to service you. Does that make sense? I think my video is a really thorough explanation. The reason I created this because I was being scammed. I was being deceived. Both buyers and seller been deceived. Now I'm gonna tell you, December 2023. I will not mention the name of the seller of mine. The half brother went to Russia last year, and he brought 100 kilos. And he was dealing with Russian shady businessmen. When he arrived in Russia, he was missing. Mm-hmm. So the old man, he treated me like a daughter. He was shocked. But the old man is very ill, very sick, very sick. He said to me, my daughter, why white people are thieves? I said, why? And he said, my half-brother, I know the half-brother. He was missing. And I said to the old man, I told you before, do not trust buyer. Once the gold is in the hand of the buyer, you have no control. Now the half-brother missing. But the old man, I'm not going to mention his name, he had a cardiac arrest. He died. So his son is a doctor from United States. He went home. His son. He went home and he told me, Mina, Pap died. And I even called my personal driver. Yes, he died. So this business is very tricky. I always tell the seller, don't trust the buyer. A minute that the buyer sweet talking, believe me, immediately I can pick up. We were being scammed by Canadian. 5 kilos. Sanwar Kala, it's on my Facebook, is a scammer. He met my seller. Okay? And he promised, don't promise. And this poor man, he believed. He believed to the truth, oh, we will open you a clinic, a hospital, etc. Don't. You have to buy first, and then we requested that Sanwar, to return the gold. And I called up the refinery. The gold was not being assayed. And he said the gold was fake. And if the gold is fake, my seller asked him to return the gold and we will replace it. What happened? He did not return. So therefore, he is a scammer. He's a thief. We lost $250,000. Again, last year, I went to Ghana. I brought the Mexican. If I didn't travel, my seller will lost 24 million. Lucky I was there. And he said, you can watch the video. I know your needs and your concern. Believe me, he's concerned on how to manipulate the seller. Well, I was there in Ghana. I'm lucky the 24 million was not lost. His name is Eric Blasco and Mr. Marine Cortez from Mexico. So that is the biggest experience I have. I always use this bastard because I want you to put into your brain that gold is not for credit. Gold is not for free. Gold is a solid cash. If the bank has no gold reserve, the money has no value. Then inflation comes. Everybody needs gold. Every bastard needs gold. I called bastard because I'm angry. I'm angry. Why? Because my seller has been a victim and I was a victim. I will call this buyer idiot if you cut corners. Don't be silly because this is a solid, real business. I hope you understand what I'm saying. I called Eric Blasco an idiot because he is. He is. So this is how I'm explaining to you. Be professional. Be honest to yourself. Don't be scared. Don't be manipulative. You show to my seller that you are a real buyer because you need a supply. If you don't need a supply, well, you keep your money in the bank. Gold is solid cash, remember. Gold has many uses. Can be used to make jewelry, gold coins, computer spare parts, and medical uses, and gold bullion. So this is that is why we call that precious mineral. Because there is a face value on that precious mineral. Gold and diamond is precious mineral. I hope you understand now. So this is now my second video for 2015. I'm not sending information. It's on my Facebook. Read. Then you send me a letter of attention to alumina. Specify what are you looking for, diamond or gold, how many kilos, etc., etc. Everything is in front of you. So don't ask me, send me the information. I'm going to reject you because I'm sick and tired dealing with jokers. A pleasant good afternoon and Merry Christmas and prosperous New Year to everybody around the world. Thank you and bye.